Save it. How's everybody doing today? Actually, save it or not? There we go. Gotta make sure everything is right. Oh no, that's the wrong YouTube channel. Bear with me just a little bit. All right. Quick question from AMC live chat on Reddit. Greetings from the Netherlands. Hello. Good morning, Ryan. Good morning, Harry. Good morning, David. We got 23, 28 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I have to send out a some sort of a notification to the Discord group to make sure they know that I am live. I actually just hooked up my Sony, well, not just, but recently hooked up my Sony camera to Streamlabs OBS. So I think it's a lot clearer picture, but it's not going to be able to last me that long, so I'm probably going to have to switch cameras. So did Matsuyama win the Masters? Anyways, I'm all over the place. Carl, no. Recently hooked up my Sony camera to Streamlabs. Let me know if there is an echo, isn't there? Take that off. Carl. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Trying to get everything situated first before I jump into all this stuff. He did by one. Wow. Congratulations to him. I didn't watch any of it. That's crazy that I didn't watch any of it. I usually watch so much golf. Thoughts on Dogecoin? Dogecoin is really moving. I bought 1,000, I don't know if they call it shares. I bought 1,000 basically over the weekend at like either a cost basis of 6 cents, a little over 6 cents. So where it's at 7 cents, it was higher than that yesterday. But yeah, Echo is gone now. Perfect. Let me send this. I am all over the place this morning. I'm starting to feel a little bit of like, I don't know, sore throat in between like my throat and my nose, like feeling that. The change in weather just really gets to me all the time. Around this time I get sick probably 2 to 3 times, so hopefully we're good to stream for the rest of the week. I hope this is it. Perfect. All right. I have 3,000 shares at 6 cents. That's really good. I hope that it can make some big moves. Like obviously those type of plays. Let me go to a smaller screen. There we go. Obviously those type of plays are definitely something where you're like hoping for a larger push, larger movement. Have it go to something like an Ethereum of $1,000 and hold on to thousands of shares. That would be amazing, but it's more of like a longer term play to see what it does do. even at something like $10. You think about it, if you hold 10,000 shares and you have something that goes up to $10, I mean, it can be a pretty decent move, pretty decent gain over a long period of time even. I just got over Corona. It was awful. Well, that's horrible. I work for a hospital, so have to, get the vaccine. Not saying that you're immune to getting it, because I hear there are like different strains or something. I'm not 100% sure how like everything that works. I'm in administration anyways. I'm not in the clinical space. My wife is. Expecting a massive short attack. Available shorts in AMC is 0. Really? I'm gonna check this out. But I'm trying to see some movement elsewhere. Not only AMC, I'm trying to see some movement elsewhere because I have a lot of positions that are actually taking a beating because of the down market that we've seen. And it's not necessarily a down market, it's more or less just down sectors. Certain sectors are getting hit. Certain positions are getting hit really hard. Like I know Tesla got hit pretty hard from where they were at 700. Some interesting people, that really follow Tesla sold off of Tesla. Meaning what exactly? Basically saying that they're going to try and fight the price and fight all of the buyers, the influx of buyers, and continue to short this down. But I don't see it as something to where they're. I mean, it's tough to say because they can attack this at any moment. I can't sit here and say that they're not going to attack it because they could potentially attack it. So it's really tough. I'm hoping that we don't see an attack. We can have that increase. Either way, I think they're going to continue to like attack it off and on. So this is going to go up to 15. They're going to attack it back down to like 12 or 10 or whatever. Then people can probably buy back in, or they can buy more shares, whatever they wanted to do. Mecca saying, I got COVID last year. The worst part was not being able to work or see my son for 2 weeks. Yeah, that's horrible. You know, I work from home, so even if I ended up getting COVID somehow, some way, um, I would be able to work from home, and it would be tough, like having to stay separate from people. But yeah, it's not the case. Um, Mainly just my normal sickness. It's the start of it. So I take these things, the Zycam. I don't want to plug all this stuff, but I take Zycam, and that seems to work. It shortens the cold a lot shorter. I tend to have a cold that lasts like weeks. It just happens. But with these, I end up shortening the cold a lot shorter. Any earning plays this week you plan to swing? Yes, Christopher. So for me right now, I'm glad. Well, one, I was able to let go of one position. I did let go. I let go of two on Friday, but then bought back into SOS. I plan for SOS to actually make a move this week. Bought back in at $5.21, looking for that to push up to $7 ish. If I see it, too strong of a push up to 570 or so, and then it shows that pullback potential, then I'll probably get out and take my gain, watch that decrease, buy back in again. So we'll see how that goes. I am looking for. I know ride's going to be more like a month or so of an increase, so I'm going to let that sit, let that ride, for lack of a better term. RMO is tripping me. It shows that it has the potential to get to $30, and that would be a $2,000 gain. So that would be more of a longer term play. The problem is I bought in too high. I did only buy 100 shares, so I do have enough to be able to buy more shares as I do get to lower and lower prices, but I don't know where that low is. So right now I'm kind of just sitting on these and not really making any more swing trades at the moment because I have too many positions. If you overwhelm yourself with too many swing trade positions, then it ends up being difficult when they all turn green. You can't really pay attention to all of them, you know? So it makes it very tough. And then for some to even get back to break even to see what the potential is, you can't pay attention to all of those in order to get out and then get back in at the lows. So it makes it extremely tough. So I'm not going to put any more money into different swing trades. But yeah, right now I'm sitting on these, waiting for these to make some moves. I know cost can potentially make some moves this week. Right now, it's sitting at $20.20 at 41 cents. $20.41. That's definitely a buy opportunity somewhere around that $19-20 mark. But where I'm sitting at 23, I need for it to make a pretty good kick. Still sitting on Rocket, hoping that Rocket can push up to 25, but who really knows? It stays the same basically. I'm not really seeing too much fighting potential with this position, so. Hello, Nick. Hello, Saber. No matter what happens with AMC today, I plan on buying at the end of the day. I made a pretty penny on Doge this weekend. Yeah, Doge actually made a pretty decent move. I was up $18 at the most, but yeah, as you start to buy more and more, I mean, you can really make some money from it. So we have 255 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. It does help out the channel a ton. Icam makes me addicted to them. Well, you can't be. If you take this on an empty stomach, it messes up your stomach so bad. I made that mistake multiple times, and I do not make that mistake again because it really messes up your stomach. Hello, Tom Roth. What are your thoughts on Norwegian cruise holdings? I'm not a cruise fan. I've seen so many things about cruises that just, I mean, yes, I see them as something that can make a comeback, right? But after all of this COVID stuff, nothing to where you're on a boat for extended periods of time with so many people. Can't do it. Not yet. Like airplanes, I can understand. You're on there for maybe a couple of hours, and then getting off of it, cleaning the plane, hopefully, and doing all the necessary things in order to stay clean. Your hat looks familiar. May I ask what is the logo from? This is the Tiger Woods logo. So if you've watched golf or if you've seen Tiger Woods, then that's the Tiger Woods logo. Is that a handle formation? For what? For AMC? A cup and handle, if that's what you're talking about? What position are you looking at, Justin? Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Yeah, if you guys want to become members, it makes it easy for me to pick out names. In the live chat, it's like 99 cents. I made it really cheap. Just to create, I want to be able to create members only chats eventually, because then you create a lot of the good questions and stuff like that. But obviously it'll be a full live stream, but with a members only chat. I feel like that's the best route to go. You get a lot of the good questions. Yeah. Need to get you a dehumidifier in your basement during dry season. No, it's not even that. It's not even that. I need to get you a humidifier, not dehumidifier. Definitely not. I have a dehumidifier there because I have to take all the moisture away from the walls still. I bought in CCL at $10 and shares, sold them at 20 shares because we won't see a big spike for a year. So just my thoughts. Interesting. See, yeah, Carnival Cruise Lines. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, you're not going to see any type of spike with them um, for a while, just because the fact that it doesn't really make sense to still do cruises. So, yeah, I would agree with you. Thanks for pinning the link in the description. I'm having a lot of trouble. I don't know what this cat is doing. You're gonna go back there and there's no food. Did he say fans only? No, I didn't say that. What are your thoughts on the everything short? On the everything short? What is that? What is everything short? Matt is making a fan only page. No, that's not it. That's not it. What do you say to the insane Tilray? And let's look at the positions. So right now they did have a pretty decent drop. Let's look at the day. It did have a pretty decent drop from $20 all the way down to $18. That's huge. That is a huge drop. I don't know what to think of that. A heavy sell-off, maybe? It looks more than just a sell-off. That is a pretty big drop. Just know with any, like when you do see these pretty big drops, especially things that can move quite a bit. I don't know if Tilray looks like it can move quite a bit, especially with something that can move quite a bit. You get a decent gain out of it as it does drop. Thank you, Tyler, for becoming a member. But yeah, that's crazy. I do see cannabis positions. If you can get in at the lowest lows, I do see cannabis positions making a pretty decent move. A slow growing, and I understand the irony of that, but a slow growing movement with cannabis positions across the board. A lot of the popular ones rather than any of the like non-popular ones, the ones that are lower priced. Oh, everything short in the DD on Reddit. I haven't checked that out. I think Andrew live stream. I hope the third wave of the pandemic doesn't make these strains of COVID superhuman more than they are. Yeah, I hear you. I'm a little worried about having other strains out there. I'm seriously tired of having to worry about all of this stuff. Like we've canceled a number of like events because people like may they have somebody in their family that may have had it or been exposed to somebody that had it. You have to obviously be cautious, and it's just tough, even though that person doesn't have it and probably doesn't even it's not even carrying it at all to infect anybody else. You still have to be cautious, and then you have to cancel a lot of events that you may plan, which could be birthday parties for children, like first birthdays, and then have to reschedule it to where you have like less people that can show up and more people that are not coming because of the fact that they have like a COVID scare. It's very tough. It makes it seem like you can't really do anything. Thank you, Ryan, for becoming a member. Getting some members here. Anybody else want to become a member? It's super cheap. Makes it easy for your comments to stand out. Would love to be able to do a members only chat in the live streams one of these days. my channel video of DFV Keith Gill on AMC and his thoughts. Well, that's awesome. I'll have to check that out. Deeper value. What's the deal with SMDL? It's been a steady decline. Do you think it's because of the down market? Most of them, yes. We have a lot of positions or sectors that are down based on the fact that, you know, they're not seeing enough people buy into it, basically. So SMDL has been pretty down from what I've seen. I did have a trend line to where I've seen them on that same trajectory of every other cannabis position, but it's been literally falling. And it hasn't been like a crazy fall. It's just been steadily decreasing. Here you see it was a little bit flat, did have a increase day. Kind of that same day, I think everybody really seen the increase. But then it flattened out and started to decrease again. So it kind of sucks there. But as you start to see these lower lows, I mean, and they get back to previous lows, then you start to get to a point to where you're getting to where the lowest possible low is, and now you can have that steady increase from there on out. Hopefully it just doesn't get back to where it was you know, previously at 13 cents, because that will suck. I know a lot of people believe in this position. I've been a follower more of Tilray, as it did take that large jump, but like I said, it could get back down to these levels of $5-6. Could be possible. OCGN is done. Look at some of these positions. AMC's up a little bit. GME's down a little bit. ZOM is down. Yeah, ZOM is getting a little bit on my nerves here. So I have a kind of a change of plans, not a change of profit target, a change of plans. So the same thing I did with SOS, in seeing that position increase to where my cost basis was at 550, and then seeing it decrease down to a certain level or a certain low, and then buy into that point. That's what I'm going to do with ZOM. As I do see a massive increase, you're not going to see anything that increases $1 in one day. It's probably going to be somewhere around a good 20 cents, 30 cents in one day. So seeing that and seeing it get to its peak point where it is being overbought, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually sell at my break-even point or a little bit above it while that's looking to push back. And if it does pull back, then I'll be able to buy back in at a lower low, so that I'm not stuck at 30 cents above, because that's 3,000 shares at $1.50. So if it does decrease even lower than the 120 that it's at, it will suck, right? So and that's going to be a large loss. Right now it's already at close to $1,000 loss. So when it does increase to that break even point, that's going to be the point to where I sell, pull back, let it ride. I've had a number of times where I didn't do that because if you do see it being overbought, then you end up taking that money out of that position, buy back in lower, so that when you do get your ultimate gain, you gain a lot more. So that's what I'm looking for with ZOM. I still do believe it can get to the $2, $2.50, $3 mark, and long term definitely $5 or so. Thank you, Mike, for becoming a member. Can you shout out my channel, please, bro? My girlfriend loves the diamond hands. Yeah, I mean, it's all about profit hands, but yes. What's your channel? Deeper Value? Is that? I have to check out your channel a little bit, see what you're all about. Yeah, it looks like Deeper Value covers a lot of GameStop stuff. I haven't really checked out a lot of your information here. I mean, you have a couple of shorts videos. Don't really have a good like to dislike ratio, man. But yeah, I would say I would say definitely try and grow your channel organically. I mean, I can shout it out, but even people that just follow, you want to make sure that you give them a reason to follow you. You know, you create those videos and then you give them a reason to follow you. It's great that you're creating a YouTube channel that creates another source of income. If you need any type of guidance or anything like that, definitely go over to the Discord group. We can start to create something where if people want to create different YouTube channels or different forms of income, we can definitely do that as well. I think that's a great idea. Yeah, if you need help growing it, I'm here. So you're very welcome. Love the show. Well, that is amazing. That is great to know. Good morning. It's always good idea to set a stop loss on penny stocks. They will burn you. I would imagine you saying that means that you got burned from penny stocks just recently. Is that right, Preston? Or are you just saying that to inform everybody else? Please, man, I'm new to this. I'm creating good videos. My son uploads his games. Yeah, this is where it's tough. Red days are buying opportunities. Deeper value. When you're creating a channel, make sure that you have a specific niche that you're in. So if you're uploading gaming stuff and financial stuff to the same channel, it's very tough. Now if it's something to where it's like a family thing, it's an overall experience, kind of like my Perry Experience channel, then yeah. But make sure you have separate things. And if you're creating this channel, like I said, I'm here to help. If you want to go over to the Discord group, no, the shout out, look, it's not, I can give you a shout out, but like I said, it's not going to be a point to where people will subscribe. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure everybody will subscribe based on the content that you have. So I don't want to do that and waste your $100. So it's cool. Just put them on a different channel. Put your gaming videos on a different channel. I know it sucks because you're not monetized, but yeah, we can talk about that elsewhere. If you want to join the Discord group, I can definitely create a different channel so we can talk about that. We have 427 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I would love to have 200 likes. Check out Roberto Blake. He has YouTube channel on how to grow. Yeah, I've watched him as well. There's a lot of other ones as well. I like even vidIQ does a great job, and their platform is really good if you wanted to download that. You're gonna join the Discord. Okay, I'll create another channel today on I don't know, passive income maybe, and we can talk about that. We can definitely have a conversation. Link to his fans only page in the description below. Eric, come on. You gonna get on Coinbase this week? No, wait, I'm already on Coinbase. I already have Coinbase. Yeah. Yeah, I already have Coinbase. But I've been using Robinhood. No problem, deeper value. Again, I'm here to help as much as possible, not only with stocks, but also overall, like YouTube, passive income. If you wanted to create passive income, that's what it's all about. Creating that extra income for yourself so that you don't have to worry about, that 9 to 5 eventually. Oh, Coinbase IPO. Yes. I'm going to look into it. But where are they supposed to be starting at? Like $350? I think he means the IPO this Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that. There's a lot of people saying it. I'm buying Coinbase ASAP. Yeah, do you think it's gonna rise? Obviously it has a lot of push behind it. Nathan, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that a lot. Helps you stand out in the crowd. Can't buy Omnium coin anywhere. Yeah, I don't know where you can buy that. I was trying to buy Doge and I ended up buying it on Robinhood, and now I have 1,000 shares of that. What's with the minor spike in Doge? I mean, it's just really Doge is just word of mouth push. It's nothing more than that. You know, you have a lot of people that are backing the position, a lot of people that continue to drive the position, and that's why you're seeing it increase that much. And I'm happy that I got into it. You know, the Discord group alerted me a little bit that Doge was moving. Why is monetization off? Monetization should be on, and it says that it's on. That's weird. But yeah, I bought some Doge, and I bought like very small partial Ethereum. But I want to buy Ethereum when it does dip down again. Like, it sucks that it's taking that increase. I want to see that drop down to $1,500, but it's continually increasing to $2,200 so far, like a high of $2,200, and Bitcoin's up to $60,000 again. So you're seeing those massive increases, and Doge basically almost popped up to 8 cents. Really had a huge spike. Elon tweeted about Doge. He's always tweeting about Doge, isn't he? I have too much cash tied up in Zom. Yeah, same. I have. Well, I don't have too much cash. I think it's like 4,000. Yeah, almost $5,000 worth of cash tied up in Zom. So yeah, just waiting for that to make a move. Like I said, with it's looking like the high right now without any push is starting to push up to that 150 mark. Could push up to that 150, and it bounced off of $1.10, which would be an amazing time to get in. Yes, it is continually going down to $1.20, but I think we can see that large push soon once we have a positive week. So yeah, for something like AMC is just flat right now at $9.42, lower than my cost basis. My cost basis is $9.50. Over in Fidelity it's $9.46, so it's lower than my cost basis right now across the board. Looking for that to increase, make some moves, gain some money out of it, hopefully to the moon. That would be amazing. Yeah, we have over 400 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. We should have at least 200 likes. Used to use Bitcoin on a site called Silk Road. Had 10 of them. $10 per coin haunts me daily. I'm there with you. I mean, I had so many opportunities to buy into Bitcoin, but it was so like volatile that I didn't want to get into it. Even at its lowest lows, I should have probably done it. But should have, could have, would have, right? I mean, it sucks. No thumbnail? What do you mean? Did you catch most money's interview with the congressman? If so, any thoughts? Wonder. I should bomb. more GME or weight. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it at all. I'll have to take a look at it because I can't give my thoughts on something that I haven't seen. $400 per share. What is the Discord group saying? I lowered my zone price from $1.80 to $1.28. That's really good. I think you're sitting at a good spot there because the low is showing that like 120. That's where it's really bouncing off of. The full bounce that you've seen with Zomedica was from $1.10. Right, but right now you're seeing a constant bounce between that 119, 120 mark. So you being at $1.28 is good. You're right in the ballpark really. For me, I'm basically down 20 cents there, which is pretty huge. SOS. I see SOS making a pretty good move now, up 1%. But we just need to see them make their moves. They were shorted as well. They were a heavily shorted position. People are looking to push that. We've seen great volume last week, especially moving over 30%. People are saying that was a massive jump, but no, we've seen only 30% when it was like 300 million shares worth of volume. It should have been a lot higher than that, but it was being pushed down by a lot of short positions as well. So we're looking to see that pop soon. But for me, I'm only looking for a minimal gain, not looking for something huge. Never looking for something, humongous to where it's like, I'm looking for it to go to $20, $30 or whatever. I'm only looking for it to gain $2 so I can gain something out of it and then, get out of the position. If it does come back, it comes back. But yeah. I remember when I first seen Bitcoin, it was like between 10,000 and 12,000 per coin. I wish I had the money then to buy one. No, I remember seeing it when it was a lot lower, and people telling me that it was going to be amazing. And I think it was when I was in college, and it was when I was really starting to get into investing. So people were like, "Oh yeah, I'm investing in Bitcoin," and like, all right, well, maybe I should do it as well. But I never did it, and obviously, it does haunt me because that would be a huge gain. Depending how many you bought, that'd be a huge gain. And I had a ton of money back then because I was living with my parents. Actually, the temp is. Let me change my camera. Sorry, guys, camera cut off. Told you the Sony camera just doesn't work. So here we go. Let me turn off that camera. But yeah, sometimes the Sony camera just gets hot. But yeah, I remember back when it was really low. Nuance shares halted trading, merger with Microsoft. $1.42. That's good news. I'll have to check into that. Mike. Ears up today. Ears stock float around 12 million on Yahoo Finance. Let's check what Ears is doing. Yeah. It's funny when people were bringing up ears. They were like, eyes and ears are up. Of course they're up. So yeah, you're seeing a pretty decent amount of movement there, up 22% in the pre-market, up 10% Friday. So yeah, you're seeing some pretty good movement there. Will costs ever go up again? Cost will make a move. I don't know why you retracted your message, but I believe cost will make a move again. Now, I don't know if it'll be a permanent move. They've been known to make spotty moves and increase a massive amount in a short period of time, then decrease right away. So that's what I'm looking for, is that push. You know, probably up to, at this point, $25 is what we're going to see. Instead of 27, it's 25, where the current price is at $20. Just know that when you do see pushes in a lot of these positions, you're going to see pushes in, you know, costs, probably in Rocket a little bit, and you're going to see some in SOS. Right now, we're seeing some SOS up 2%. I'm just hoping we could see a positive week this week. So yeah, we have 505 people in here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Continue to hit that like button. I'll be looking at the Coinbase IPO. Social media is creepy. Just scrolled my Facebook and it suggested you as a friend. That's funny. I rather Coinbase though, just my opinion. You might have I'll check in a little later. Remember, smash the like button. See y'all later. See you, Eagles, Flyers. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see. That SOS going to make some moves this week. I'm hoping you're right, because I want to see a good $600, maybe $1,000 gain or so. That would be amazing. From what I see from SOS, they can definitely make some solid movement. And right now we're seeing decent volume. You know, $500,000 worth of volume right now. They definitely had a jump up to 550. So hopefully we could see that continue to increase, get a massive movement and see 100% gain. That would be amazing. We haven't had 100% gainer in a while. And it's not an IPO, it's a direct listing. All right. I think I had it. I think it's coin. I think it's coin, right? Oops. It looks like it says it's an IPO. With the amount of shorting going on in AMC, let's see. 100% agree. Jeremiah, 100% agree. Get some caffeine. I don't need any caffeine. I don't drink coffee. I mean, I drink soda from time to time, but I don't drink coffee. We have 500 people in here. We should have 250 likes. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you want to become a member, become a member. Also, I have an MP Shorts channel where I uploaded some pre-market videos where I see them going. I'm also going to upload some, after hours market videos on there. And if you want to follow my Perry Experience channel where I do a lot of reaction videos, I would like my wife to be able to react to some of these videos with me and see what she thinks about them. But I'm reacting to some videos, doing some podcasts from time to time, and a lot of other things on there. It's the total Perry Experience. So whatever we want to upload on there, we'll upload. So yeah, definitely subscribe to that. If you go to my channel, you'll see all the channels I'm associated with. Perry Experience and MP Shorts are the ones that are mine. There's some other channels as well on there that are really good. I have my brother's channel where he does reaction videos. He hasn't done any in a while, but yeah. How much time does it take for Webull to receive a deposit? I knew and I want to know how to begin. It takes Webull a while to receive a deposit. It takes them probably, I don't know, I've seen like 5 days. It takes them a while to receive a deposit. So if you're looking to get those free stocks cleared, and even if you do get the free stocks, you have to wait for the free stocks to clear. So which channel is that? If you go to my main channel, so if you click on my name, go to my channel, go over to channels, you'll see all the channels that are associated with me. I don't think I have it in the description. But yeah, there's a channel called the Perry Experience. So yeah, if you go here and you see my channel right here, you go over to channels. You'll see all the channels that I'm associated with. I have my Perry Experience channel, MP Shorts channel, my brother's channel, my best friend's channel, and we have two other channels here: the Family Young Vlogs, which is a really great channel, and Latin 50 Gaming. So yeah, if you want to check any of those channels out, please do so. This channel I did do a lot of podcasts with my wife, and hopefully we can do more podcasts. But yeah, we did a lot of stuff gaming related and reaction videos. I think I reacted to Mr. Beast and living on 75K a year, all stuff like that. A bunch of things. It's a conglomerate of videos. So yeah, definitely check it out. How'd you get into doing trading? Is this your full time? No. So I am a financial analyst for a hospital. I was an accountant for an urgent care facility, an urgent care company actually, and a senior accountant for that. But I went to school for business, and once I got into business school, I mainly went to school to play sports. And when I got into business, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Like, I really like accounting, really like dealing with numbers, and fell in love with it. So then I started to. One of my friends was like, yeah, do you invest in anything? And I was like, no, I don't really do that. And he was like, well, you should look into different investing platforms, because you could do it yourself. It's not something to where back in the day where you have to call in and have your broker do it and all that other stuff. So noticed that it was like $500 to get started back then. Now you don't have to pay anything. Back then it was literally $500 just to start investing. So it pulled people with less money out of the equation, and it sucked. But then once you've seen the rise in a lot of these positions where it was $0 to get started, and started to give you opportunities to like trade for $0 commissions, that's where it kind of changed everything, and kind of Robinhood changed the game, I guess, if you wanted to look at it that way. But yeah, that's how I got started. But the way that I got interested in day trading and swing trading, it was a lot of research and trial and error, and seeing a lot of the long-term positions that just weren't giving me what I wanted. So yeah, that's really, I mean, I can go through my whole like story, but yeah, that would take forever. There you go. False news. You mean Motley Fool, right? F Robin Hood. They robbing for sure. Yeah, true. True. I'm just gonna let you know that they did start the overall like $0 commissions basically. I know there were other positions or other platforms that did it, but they kind of, I don't know, commercialized it, I guess. I don't know what other word to use. I'm a clinical analyst for a hospital as well. Hoping to follow your footsteps. I use Fidelity and invest in AMC in the short term with a portion of my portfolio. Hoping best. Well, that's amazing. Your name is Matthew. My name is Matthew, and you know, we both work for hospitals as analysts. That's pretty interesting. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's all about being able to. I understand people love to do their 9 to 5s. They love to do their job. I love to do my job, but it would be great if you can, you know, own your own business basically. And that's what I'm looking to really do is with a full business of YouTube, also, you know, investing and a lot of other things. Honestly, the way things have been going since January, it's hard to believe any articles they seem the paid articles of the big guys. Yeah, 100%. I'm right there with you. There's been a number of times where I don't believe a single thing that the news is saying because I've learned this from dealing with you know, a lot of the political side of things, going through stimulus checks, understanding what they're pushing for certain narratives, and you know, certain news sources, certain papers, certain websites will have their own narrative that they want to push based on the fact that, you know, they either want stimulus to get passed or don't want it to get passed. So it sucks to know that they're biased, not to just you know, report the news. They have their side that they want to you know, I don't know, cater to, and it sucks. It really does, because whether it's a political battle or whether it's, you know, money related, hedge fund related, whatever it is, you always have people that are looking to manipulate things, manipulate the sources, and it's ridiculous. I really can't trust anything without an edu a .edu website. How much has Fidelity bought? Talking about something else. Did you hear GameStop is looking to get into cryptocurrency? I hear that they're looking to get into the NFT space. Fidelity predicted AMC to $800 in May. Um, Currently, I know they predicted that it was supposed to go AMC to $600 in May, not $800. Was a good day trade today. It's very tough to see. We need to be able to see the movement today, but a lot of things aren't moving as normal, so I can't really tell you exactly what would be a good day trade. Based on the pre-market, things are moving. You know, not as much. You see things like GLSI that's moving quite a bit downward, but you're not really seeing things that are making the movement, showing the volatility there, and that's what I like to see in a day trade. But with some of these positions, I'm looking for an easy day trade. I think I might have a good amount to do any day trades. So yeah, I have about $2,000 that I can do some day trades with. Should have been doing a little bit of research here, but I'll look to see exactly what's going to happen in the market open. But once we look at some of these positions and we see them move, we want to see the volatility and wherever it can bounce off of, because a lot of these times where it is pulling away from the 15 moving average, that's where I like to get into it. So it's tough to say. With hopefully we see a reversal and then we can get into a good day trade. If you're looking for a day trade that's just, you know, moving the whole entire time, instead of like actually predicting anything. We want to see where it looks like ears is increasing quite a bit in the pre-market. Maybe we might see a little bit of a drop and then a recovery, or we might see that continue to go. So whether you wanted to invest at that point and set a stop loss, if it does go against you, you get stopped out with a little bit of a loss. Whenever it does bounce, that's where you start to get in and then follow that bounce back up. You can do that. That's not a bad option either. I know somebody just mentioned ears. I know what happened with Tilray, down 8%. It's not really doing a lot. Yeah, it was down a little bit more earlier, but yeah, it really sank. Really sank. It should be available to trade, Matthew Farrow. It should be available to trade on all platforms. Oh, unless that platform is behind the curve. But yeah, it should be available to trade. Sorry, I just need to stretch. Oh. Whew. Yeah, Coinbase should be available to trade on all platforms. April 14th. Thank you for the 4 new members. If anybody wants to become a member, please do so. It's not expensive at all. But yeah, I plan on doing, I think right now we have about 45 members or so. We'd like to be able to do a members only, but we don't see enough members in the chat right now. I know we see a few members, but I would like to see a lot more members so that we can create that members only chat. I think Matthew Perry is sleepy. No, I've actually had a ton of naps this weekend. I'm always actually tired, but I caught up on a lot of sleep. That's part of owning my own business, is being able to experience my kids growing up. Worst is no more company matching the retirement, but that's why I'm here. Well, yeah, I mean, the thing about owning your own business, there's a lot of positives. I mean, yes, the main positive, being able to be there while your kids grow up and do things with your kids in times to where you would come home, be tired from work and all this other stuff. And owning your own business is not necessarily a walk in the park, especially if you own a physical location. A lot of times it's going to be tough for you to take that time, and you're basically going to be working more than a 9 to 5 if it's a physical location. But if you're owning your own business, like say it's YouTube, or you're owning your own business by trading, you're probably not trading as long in the day, and then you can basically take the rest of the time and enjoy the day, enjoy the beautiful weather outside with your children, go to the park, whatever it actually is. And then also not paying for daycare if you don't have to, if you're at home. So that will be amazing. But yeah, there's a lot of positives with owning a business versus working a 9 to 5. Yeah. All right. Deeper value. Like I can, like I said, I can help by shouting out your channel name, but like I said, nobody's going to subscribe unless they go over there and see the content that you provide as valuable. So I want to be able to check out your channel a little bit more before I can basically say, hey, go subscribe to this guy. He has really good content. But no way will I be shouting your channel out every single time. and nor do I want you to, you know, pitch it in the chat. That's not what this is about. My level of energy took a hard hit when I had the kids. I hear you. Can't complain with the free money from my guy. Far more stressful work than somebody else. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I'm kind of like coughing a little bit. There's like a sore throat in between like my nose and my throat. Like whatever that combination is, it's right there, and I can feel it every time I start to talk. Deeper value, you're the one bashing AMC and Trey. I ain't got no use for that crap. Is that true? Like if you're bashing AMC and you're bashing Trey, then definitely not. Sorry for all the coughing. Profit Hands Ferry, what it do? I'm trying to figure out how you get those custom watch lists on Webull. All right, so basically what you do is if you have this watch list section up here, if you go up to this area, you go to edit watch lists, and then you can add a different watch list. You can add a different name, and then you can you know, add different pieces to there. So if you create that name, say it's the Discord group, and you have different positions, you can type in a name here, you can add a different symbol, and you know, let's say it's I think that's Tesla. What is Tesla? Yes, here we go. And you can add Tesla to it, and then you add it to the watch list, and you hit done, and then it's updated. So that should be very simple. Grim the tooth. Do you know Mvis? What's the meeting about? No, if they're having a meeting for MVIS, I don't know about it. That's actually a long-term hold for Carl's calls that I hold. I do see it as a swing trade position as well for MVIS, because they always have those jumps, you know, a good $1 a day or so, and you can make some decent money from it. But yeah, I don't know about that. Here's how walls forever. They can create a lot of sell walls. They're gonna keep doing that. Excellent, that makes things much better. RMO is not sitting in my account well, because I'm down $200 on RMO. I did see them as an opportunity that can get to you know, $15, $20, or $30 easily. I know there's a bunch of news stories that we're talking about that they could get to $30. And I'm never looking for that top point of $30. I'm always looking for somewhere in between. So I was just looking for a pretty decent gain there, but it's starting to be a pretty not substantial, but pretty big loss, you know, of $200. But a lot of things are actually going against me because of you know, basically the down market. We can see that Rocket's actually making a little bit of a move, and now I'm, instead of being a down $1,000, I'm down less than $1,000. Same thing with Zomedica. We need Zomedica to make a positive move here, jump up to $1.50, and that'll be great. Fubo TV, I ended up pulling out a Fubo with a positive gain of $90 or $100. looking for that to pull back down to 21 so that I can reinvest into it with a positive move on a swing trade up to $23, $24. Matt, do you invest in crypto, and where do you buy it? So I currently recently started to invest into crypto on Robinhood. I have Dogecoin over there, and I have some Ethereum. But I wanted to do it on Webull, but you can't buy Doge over here, and I wanted to have every. I don't know if you label Doge as a crypto, but I wanted to buy Doge over here, and I can't. So I wanted to have one platform for one thing. This is why, like, you'll see me do all of my swings and day trades here. Long-term investing over in Fidelity, and then what's it called? Crypto over on Robinhood. Good morning, Brad. Morning, Lance. My voice is starting to, I don't know if it's giving out or what. Something's happening. I just started using crypto. Oh, BlockFi. Watch Carl make me a millionaire. Doge had a great weekend. Yes, they did. I seen an $18 gain on Doge. Good morning, everyone. Let's seize the day, make it count. You should write stock picks on a sheet of paper and lay them down in front of Carl to choose. That's what I do for Carl's calls. So if you're in that Discord group, if you're in the Discord group, then you'll know that I do Carl's calls. Well, if you're on the second level of the Discord group, I do Carl's calls where he picks different stocks. So what I do is, there's a lot of people in the Discord group that will choose positions on what they think is the best long-term position. Typically, we don't talk about long-term positions too much. We talk about a lot of short-term positions, but we recently got into some long-term positions with Carl's calls. So he chooses a position by putting treats on those stocks that they pick, and he goes and picks one of those stocks, and then we invest in that for a year to see what the movement of that position will be. If we gain money, if he ends up making more money than, you know, a traditional like index fund or whatever. Yeah, you should learn options this week. I want to learn options, but right now I think I'm focusing on too many things. Yeah, I woke up yesterday to a $250 day gain on Doge. The world is buying, and now became available now. Yeah, I would agree with you. It was probably higher than that. Yeah, it was probably higher than that at one point. Because right now, if you had a $250 gain on Doge, I think it was up to close to 8 cents. So you probably had more than that. Anybody speaking on the market is never good for the market. We have 624 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. We need to get this to, you know, 300 likes or so. If you guys want to join the Discord group, the link is in the description. It's the first link in the description. And also my MP Shorts channel. If you want to subscribe to that, please do that. Carl loves tuna socks. Probably. I don't know where he is. All right, let's see what these stocks are doing. Not really seeing too much. So AMC is still flat, $9.42, $9.43 at the moment. GME is basically a 0.5% down at $157.54. Cost is up basically a 0.5%. Want to see that make a move because my cost basis is $23. Probably should have waited out a little longer in order to get back into there, but interesting. Rocket is up 0.24%. SOS is almost up 2%. I want to see that, kind of skyrocket, make a decent move there. Currently, I think that's the only position that I'm up, $36. Everything else is pretty much down quite a bit. Mvis is pretty flat. Yeah, 0%. PLTR is up 3%. That's the biggest move that I see so far. GLSI is down 12.69%. That's a huge decrease from where they were. They were increasing quite a bit. Romeo Power is down almost 2%, which does suck a lot. Fubo TV, I want to see that decrease. That's down almost 1%. Yeah, so it looks like a lot of things are down in the pre-market, but this doesn't mean that we're going to see a bad day. We might end up seeing a complete reversal of that. We might see a decrease right from the start and then increase right after that, make a large gain here. We're due for a good day. I mean, we haven't had a really good day in a while. We are really due for a good day. So let's look at some of the top movers. Let's see what's going on here. So we have 54%. This was a big mover over the after hours market, not the pre-market. And now you're seeing that decrease steadily in the pre-market. Kind of same thing here. It's really flat. You've seen that large increase over the after hours market. Ears is a big mover. That's continuing to increase from the after hours market into the pre-market. You're seeing that increase. And now you're seeing that actually take a little bit of a fall down here. So salute, catch you later, AMC. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the super chat. We're seeing these large moves here for ears all the way down to $4.80 or so. So we're seeing a large move right now, currently at $5.13. That's a pretty good move. Let's hope we could see some more of the same. And maybe we could see a little bit of a day trade there, or a swing trade that we can get in that position, but it has moved quite a bit, 10% on Friday, 18% in the pre-market. Maybe we'll see some more as we go through the rest of the day. That's definitely interesting. See 15% here, 13% there. Really spotty movement again. You do see it leveling off, which is interesting, but yeah, nothing to write home about. A lot of big names are down. Is Tesla up? Tesla's up 1.4%. That's pretty good. Cash App does stocks and Bitcoin, no Doge. Have any thoughts on CTRM? So just a penny stock position. I mean, it looks like, let's see. This penny stock position, the way that it's moving, it's not showing any type of, thought for an increase. Like, we want to see that bounce back before we can say that it's going to make that move. Right now, it just looks like it's falling, right? Yeah, it did level out. It had a little bit of an increase over the last, day or so. But, the next day it really dropped down to basically the same low to where it opened, right? So it kind of sucks here. It's not showing that massive increase that people want to see. I wouldn't say that you go into this with any type of thought of it increasing here. Let's see where these lows are. Yeah, it could even hit a low of 32 cents, which would absolutely suck for a lot of people. So, yeah, I mean, if you see potential in it, I don't really see too much potential in CTRM. I mean, people could say that it skyrockets. I see people talk about it all the time, but I just don't see that huge potential. If we're not seeing the volume in it either, then no. It seems like any stock labeled by or mentioned by a YouTuber gets labeled as a meme stock. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I think any stock that really gets mentioned on Wall Street Bets kind of gets labeled as a meme stock. Any stock that gets talked about on YouTube, I mean, that doesn't have enough push unless you get millions of views on every video, which is not the case with any financial video. Let me see some crazy stuff with blue chip stock this week. I hope you're right. Hope you're right, Lance. Just found out more. We have 630 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Yeah, I mean, why did you just find out that it's a penny stock? Anything below $5 is technically labeled as a penny stock. I label anything that's under $1 as a penny stock. What's on CCIV? CCIV, I like them below $20. If you can get them below $20, you can definitely see a kick up to 30 or so. There's that possible chance to get up to 30, and also have a chance to get up to $24, $25. Make a decent swing from it. But yeah, yeah, that's usually where I'm looking at, the $20 mark, in order to get a decent swing trade. But I don't know about a long-term gain to actually see that increase to $64 again. I don't know about that. It's tough. A lot of these positions, a lot of these moves are, sort of unexplainable. You can see some of these larger moves that end up being ridiculous of an increase. You have the opinion on the best platform for a Roth. My Roth is in Fidelity. My Roth IRA is in Fidelity. I like them. I like them a lot. You have really good funds. So yeah, that would be my recommendation. But there's probably other ones out there that some other people would recommend more. All right, so we have 641 people in here. We have basically 40 minutes until the market opens, and we're looking for some big moves here in the first 30 minutes. A big jump on CCIV is editor. So yes, I realized when I said unexplainable, I wasn't necessarily talking about this, but a lot of positions that we are seeing today have unexplainable movement. I realized that right after I said it, I had a pause because I was like, this is probably explainable, but other ones don't really have an explanation. However, larger increases like this without any type of movement in between are definitely unexplainable. So not being able to see it get to these retest points, there's no way I could think that it could get to $64 in a short period of time. So it'll probably take a longer period of time to grow up to that point and retest some of these areas at $40 or so multiple times before it ends up, you know, jumping above this and retesting some of these areas at $50 plus. Do you have a Roth IRA aside from your 401k from your employer? Yes. Yes. I have a 401k with my employer. They do all of that. They actively manage that. And then I have my Roth IRA in Fidelity. Where do you see Mvis going this week? Do you have any possible? Not at the moment for any merger. But when I look at Mvis, I always look at them as a shorter term swing trade. So this week, yeah, I can see some definite movement. It just depends. Hopefully we see positive movement here, but it looks like we, from trend, you might be looking for that to bounce off of this, which it did, drop down and bounce off of the support level down here. So somewhere around that $10 to $11 mark, which will suck for a lot of people that are invested at $14. So if we're seeing that continue to go down, that's what we will see. But if we're starting to see that upward trajectory, that upward trend, upward momentum, we could see that increase and get to, you know, $17 or even press that $18 or $19 mark. But it looks like it's really resisting away from it. You see multiple touch points, double touch points, which indicated a downward trend, a triple touch point, which indicated a downward trend. So hopefully we can see that surpass that touch point this week, if we see a positive week, which is definitely possible. Carl, I can't. You're hitting things. I can't do that. Leave everything alone. This is not good. I don't see anything working against Carl. You're man. I'll pet you. I'll pet you. Is that Carl out here celebrating Doge? I guess. I don't know. I'm wearing pants today, so he can't lick my leg. Carl has a lot to say on Mvis. He's holding. Yeah, he is holding. At $14. That's where Carl is holding. It would have been great to buy back in or buy more in at you know, $11 or $10 or so. Got cat hair everywhere now. All right, so we have 632 people in here, guys. Continue to hit that like button. We're almost at 300 likes. Remember, if you guys want to join the Discord group, please do so. Link is in the description. And if you want to become a member of the channel, we already have 4 members today that joined. It's only 99 cents. I make it cheap just because it's not really about the money there. It's more or less about letting people stand out in the crowd when it comes to the live chat, and maybe some other features as well. But yeah. Carlos like, love me. Yeah. All right, so cost is actually making a little bit of a move. You know, 1%, that's good. PLTR making a little bit of a move. SOS ended up decreasing a little bit, down to 1% instead of 2%. And we're not really seeing too much movement here. EARS is still up. Not more, you know. Oh wait, there's yours. Okay. And you get a cool green tag. Yeah, that's what I mean. you get that cool green tag, so it makes it easier for your comments to stand out. I always read those first, just because, I mean, you're a member, right? Buying 1,000 shares at the open of what? Of ears? Or of like SOS? What are you buying 1,000 shares of? BB. I need to turn up the heat because I'm cold. I have the fireplace on, but that's not good enough. Also buying another 1,000 shares of AMC. That's really good. I think I might buy some more shares of AMC. It's really low. I wanted to see if it's going to get any lower, and then we can make some moves in there. And I also wanted to see if I can make any day trades today. Something that I really don't want to do is put another $2,000 into Rocket Mortgage, because this position is just pissing me off entirely. You know? Do you reckon GameStop will go over 240 this week? No. It So it really depends, and that's where it kind of sucks to say that every time. It really depends, because we don't know if we're going to see that positive week. If we're going to see that 50% day like we could see, yeah, I mean, it could go 240, 270. Now, if you ask me if it go over 270, no, I don't think it will. But 240, it depends. I think it can definitely get to 250 easily, but it depends if we have a positive week. If we see a negative week like we've seen last week, or something that's flat, then no, it's not going to do that, and then we're going to have to wait it out another week until it does increase. So yes, it has the potential. Carl making me cough. No, I have some sort of sore throat in between my throat and my nose, and it's like right there. Every time I talk, I can feel it in my nose and also my throat as well. So it's not something that's a cough because I need to cough. It's a cough because I need to, it feels weird. So ears is up 20% at the moment. We'll keep an eye on this position. See if we can, catch it on the way up if it's one of those large gainers, because sometimes you have those large gainers that continue to gain during the day, and you want to be able to catch that without necessarily chasing it, just having a buy in and buy out strategy, and go from there. And that would be a great move, whether you want to buy 1,000 shares or 200 shares. If it does move, maybe like 50 cents or $1, you can definitely see that movement. And I always like to see those ones that are continuously increasing. Yeah, let's hit that like spike, get the algorithm excited. That's what I'm talking about. You're absolutely right, Mecca saying. We have 614 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. What do you think the Masters this weekend? I didn't watch it, and I just found out that Matsuyama won, and he deserves to win something like that. I mean, he's an amazing player. I don't really like the pause at the top of his backswing, but he's definitely a good player. is it important to stay away from stocks that are being heavily traded by institutional traders? Says Andrew Aziz. Because a lot of times those stocks that are being heavily traded by institutional traders can manipulate the stocks to go any way. So if you set a limit order or a stop order, they will stop you out versus triggering your limit order, because they know where your positions actually are, especially if they're heavy positions. Like if you go into a certain position, let's say it's a penny stock and it's being heavily traded by institutions or whatever, you buy thousands of shares of it and you put a stop limit to your order there, and say I want to be stopped out at 20%, they're most likely going to stop you out at 20%. Here we go. We got a child running around. How many times do I tell her not to run in the house, and she continues to run in the house? Then she falls, and then I'm like, you shouldn't run in the house. And then she goes and runs again. I'm like, what are you doing? You're just going to hurt yourself. We don't have that much of an open concept. Actually, we don't have an open concept at all, really. Would love to have an open concept, but we don't. 189K on AMC, very low. Yes, the volume, seeing where the volume is right now, it's very low volume. It doesn't mean we won't see an increase, because there's a lot of times where the volume is low and we have seen a move depending on what the sell orders are looking like. If less people are selling and it's just a flat day because nobody's selling, nobody's buying, you're going to see that stock price increase based on the fact that we have more buyers than sellers. Is that Carl Ware on the floor? He's on the floor over there, just staring at me. Inzam at $1.12. Think it's best entry. Or make 50 in a dip. Yeah, I would agree. I would love to be able to be in that ZOM at $1.12. A lot of times I can't fully predict when the bottom is. Sometimes I'll get to that bottom. SOS is making a little bit of a move right now, but sometimes I'll get to that bottom and I'll be happy where I am. It doesn't increase quite a bit, and I'll be up maybe like $100 or so, but then I'll see that decrease down to lower than where my low is, lower than where my entry point is, which means I falsely predicted where the low was, and it's understandable. That's why you always invest to continue to push down. Now, I invested previously at $1.70, then reinvested at $1.60 and reinvested at $1.50, seeing that it had a low of $1.40, and now it has a lowish low of $1.10, which absolutely is ridiculous. Why Mvis volume very low? There's probably a lot of volume. Well, you look at the average volume. The average volume is only 14 million. You're probably going to see a large portion of that in the first 30 minutes. But a lot of volume is probably low right now. We're not really seeing a ton. But SOS is starting to really make a move. Look at this. Look at this. Up to 550. We're seeing that move there. Up $84 right now. I don't think it's sustainable. It's not going to stay there. Did we break past a previous point? We did. We did, and it's starting to climb. Look at that. Look at SOS making a huge move right now. That is crazy. 559. Based on a chart alone in a few weeks, I predict a big dip today, spike to 10-ish tomorrow, and then resume downward compression. See it? Yes or no? I can agree with you, but it's never 100% predictable. Never 100% predictable. I can agree with you that I can see it. As you see it, I can see it, but I can definitely see other things that could happen as well, depending on what the market is going to do. But Yeah, I can agree. Thank you for the super chat. I can definitely agree. Um, it looks like SOS is now up 7% or 8% basically. It sucks that I have normal latency because the time you're seeing this, it might end up making a move backward by the time you actually, can get into the position. Matt told you. He told me that SOS was going to make a move. How to find a stock that's not heavily manipulated but also has sufficient volume to trade. Impossible task. Sort of impossible. Everything's manipulated at some point. We're seeing a huge spike in volume here. Look at this volume. Whew. Raw status. What's this day trading book Matt spoke of? It's How to Day Trade for a Living. Actually, on my Patreon, I'm going through that book chapter by chapter. We haven't really had anybody, join that Patreon level. It's the $20 level, but now I'm going to start to go through that chapter by chapter and break it down. What are my thoughts on it? Also, if I feel the same way as Andrew Aziz on that. He does have a YouTube channel as well, to where he does go through his trades and stuff, and it's definitely interesting. But yeah, I really like that book, and it's called How to Day Trade for a Living by Andrew Aziz. The link is in the description. If you go to my store, you'll be able to see all my books that I have. Also, like I said, if you go over to my Patreon, go over to my Discord link, I have a level to where I'm going to be going through the books, that book and the advanced book and the swing trading book, and then any other book that people want me to go through. Berkshire Hathaway shares just touched 400K. Damn. Wow, that's crazy. Are you in that position at all? We have about 11 minutes until the market opens. SOS is making a pretty decent move. The ears that made a pretty decent move. PLTR is making a move. Mvis is decreasing. AMC and GME are both flat. Cost is also pretty flat. Rocket's also flat. So we're not seeing much movement there. Eyes is up 3%. Got to get ears and eyes together. Good morning. Hope everyone is doing well. Quick question. Do you think AMC will get to 20 in the near future, or is 15 more hopeful realistic expectation? I think it will definitely get to 15. It resisted against 15 the first time. And usually when that happens, like it resisted against 13 and then surpassed 13 as soon as it did have that increase. So we're going to see that increase past 15, maybe to like 16, and then it will end up decreasing again before it makes that move to 20. So I would say that 15 is going to be in the near future. It's going to decrease, and then it's going to get to 20. They're going to keep fighting this thing. What'd I say? Did I say 21 minutes? Or did I say 11 minutes? It's 21, basically. Well, now it's 19, but, and as you see this, it might be a different time because there's normal latency instead of low latency. Is AMC dead? No, it's not. We're going to see some movement. It's just going to take its time. Just like we've seen the way it was down previously. When we see an AMC you know, all the way back here. Let's go and look at a month. You know, let's look at. It's crazy to see that we've seen that much movement in a month, and you know, you could have had massive swings, but people labeling you as paper hands if you sell for a profit, which is ridiculous. Anyways, let's look at 3 months. You can see down here, I think we're stuck in something like what we've seen down here at $5, but instead we're stuck at around $9 or so. And now we're going to see that increase up to, you know, that 15, over 15, 16, $17 mark, pushing back at that mark before it goes up to $20. Why is volume important? In order to see a squeeze, volume is definitely important because we need the volume of retail traders, institutional investors, also other hedge funds, and then the covering of the short positions. We need all of that volume to be a factor in a squeeze. So just like we've seen over here at I think there was more volume here. This was a while ago. Let's look at the squeeze position. So let's look at 6 months. I thought this was it. I want to look at 1 day, not. Yeah, so if we look at days, there we go. We look at days and we see those larger increases. We can see that we had 1.2 billion shares worth of volume, almost over a half a billion shares worth of volume, over a half a billion, close to a half a billion. We could see all of the shares worth of volume, you know, really increase to show that we had a lot of strength in order to push that stock price up. But sometimes it could be a negative volume as well. But the thing is, we do need to see that volume in order to initiate a squeeze. But we don't necessarily need to see a volume to have a slight increase, because we can see it increase and still be at 277 million shares worth of volume. That's a crazy increase with only 277 million. But yeah, we can see these increases without large amounts of shares of volume. Yeah, so that's maybe calling a 20% gain on the day, 100% gain this week. You think it's going to be a 100% gain this week? Right now it's sitting at 5%. It did decrease quite a bit. Came back to the 50 moving average, which makes sense. Hopefully we can see that continue to increase. But where we're sitting at 550, that was my old cost basis, and now my new cost basis is 521. So I think I'm sitting at a pretty good spot of 520. So hopefully we could see that continue to increase up to $6, $7 or so. Again, I don't care about seeing a crazy amount of gain. I really just want that, $600, $900 gain. So $3 worth of a change or something. Coinbase is going to be tough. I know there's a lot of action, a lot of activity, a lot of people that are interested in Coinbase. So whether you invest in it or you don't invest in it, just definitely gauge the situation and where they're going, because at a high price, what are they starting at, like 350 or 400 or something? If they're starting at that high of a price, it's going to be very, very tough to gauge whether it's going to increase or decrease, because that's a very high price to pay. You don't know what the movement is, and it could possibly, not saying it go to zero, but it could possibly go down to a realistic value of like 200. And I'm not saying that it will, but it could. You always see those stock prices end up making a huge increase and a huge fall. So if you can get in, ride that increase on the way up, and then get out, but you want to be able to see whether it is increasing over the first minute or so. So for me, I'll look at it and say, okay, what is Coinbase doing now? Is it decreasing quite a bit? Where's the low? Can I get in to ride this on the way up? Because people are going to start buying it, which indicates, an upward momentum. So then I can buy it, end up selling the position when it does gain maybe $100 per share that I own, and then, go on about my day. because it could go through the roof. But $400, like I said, it's a high price to pay. What are they actually starting at? Are they starting at 400? Yeah, I see you bought some more SOS. Yes. So yeah, what I did was I sold my SOS at the cost basis of 550 because I had it at 550. I sold it above that just to get in lower so that I can make some money on this. And now I'm sitting at $120 gain versus where it would have been of like a $10 gain. So I did have a $4 gain previously. Sold the position, bought back in at 521. Probably could have bought back in a little bit lower, but I was okay with this. It looked like it resisted multiple times at 520, so I was okay with where it was. About Coinbase, I guess 350. Do you think it's better to wait after 2 weeks? No. So it's always great to be able to gauge where it is. If you're looking for a long-term gain, yes, you can say wait until you find out where the absolute low is so that you can buy in where that low is. But for a short-term swing trade or day trade, you can actually gauge what it's doing at the moment that it opens. So if you have that larger increase right from the start, quickly buy some and then find out where it's going to have that reversal, because it will end up decreasing quite a bit. And when it does reverse against you, you just sell your position with maybe a couple, $10, $20, $30, $100 gain, and then you go on about your day. Can you day trade SOS? You can. You want to be able to find out where the bottom is before you can day trade, or you can short the position if you wanted to. But I think the borrow fee rate is pretty high, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I would say you can definitely do it. You just have to gauge it the right way, and you're going to be trading cents rather than trading dollars. So you're going to have to factor that into your calculation. But yeah, you can definitely trade it. The way that it moves in the last couple of days, you've seen it actually make pretty decent moves. If it is constantly going down, though, you want to get stopped out of whatever position you're at. Great advice about Coinbase. Got you. Yeah, no problem. I mean, that's what I'm looking to do is find out what that first, couple of minutes does. Because a lot of times you'll see that massive decrease. And if you do see that, know that you're going to see an increase right from the start, because one, it's an IPO. An IPO means that people are buying up this position. Less people are selling. Actually, no people are selling. They're buying up that position, and people are holding to see where that position is going to go long term. So for me to be able to gain something out of it, I would buy in at the position that wherever it's at. If it does go lower, buy in at that low position, knowing that it is going to increase quite a bit over the next day or two, and then just either day trade it or swing trade it. And then if it does increase right from the start, you can ride that on the way up. And if you see it come back, quickly sell. I mean, that's the way that I look at it. It's all about being disciplined, and don't get greedy about the potential. Just stay disciplined. It looks like ears is up 21% at the moment, making a pretty decent move from here, from this $5 mark. Is there any points to where it did resist? It has a couple of support levels, I guess, if you see these couple of touch points somewhere around $5.08. So if it can get down to $5, you can see probably some support levels there. I'm pretty sure it will end up making a little bit of a decrease, but I will watch it. If it does continuously increase, I'll watch it on the way up so that I can buy into some positions. I'm pretty sure it won't be that much to buy into, like 200 shares to gain like $200 on the way up, or even 400 shares just to get a decent day trade out of it. 400 shares, if it does move about $1, then I can gain $400 in the day. But you need to make sure that you gauge that the right way. So I'll be looking at that to see what that does. SOS right now up to $5.53. Went to a high of $5.68. The only thing that I'm up right now is SOS. Hopefully we can see a reversal of a lot of these positions. For those who get frustrated with AMC, remember DFV was talking about GME 8 months ago. Yeah, I hear you. 557 concurrent viewers. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Remember, if you guys want to join the Discord group, the link is in the description. Anybody joined today? I don't think I got any notifications. Yeah, somebody did join. Doge Queen, thank you for joining the Discord group. Reversal? Are you asking what I mean by reversal? Hashtag SOS join Discord. Yes. Join that Discord group. All right, let's see what's going on here. Ears still up 20%, eyes up 4%. We're seeing a little bit of increase in ears and eyes. PLTR up 2.3%. Rides up 5.5%. That's pretty good. I'm guessing with a lot of the with Coinbase IPO that's probably going to end up making a pretty decent move as well. GME and AMC gonna pop this week or next, do you think? I'm hoping this week, but we still don't know if we're gonna see a positive week. I mean, things are looking red, but the pre-market doesn't really show you much, to tell you the truth. It can give you this look of 20% and then take it away from you the whole entire way. You know what I mean? So we're just hoping that we could see a lot of green today. So I want to say this week, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'll default to next week. But if it does happen this week, then it looks like a better situation than what you thought it would be, you know? You see, the thing about investing in stocks is a lot of times the rumor and news, right? So for Coinbase, it's not a rumor, it's news, right? But it is a rumor for other positions that are blockchain related. So for Riot, you could basically be buying that rumor until the news actually breaks, and even while Coinbase is actually breaking, you can see that increase as well. So where do you join the SOS Discord? So I don't have a Discord just for SOS. I have a Discord for AMC. I didn't create one for SOS. It's mainly just a general Discord and then the AMC Discord right now. We talk about a lot that's in the general, and we can continue to update those, add more channels as we go along. All right, so we have about 4 minutes until the market is live. It's probably going to be 3 minutes by the time you see it, but 4 minutes. I didn't hit an ad, so I'm going to play an ad here. Let's see some of the top gainers real quick while we have 3 minutes. That's a good price for SOS. 520 is a good price for SOS. You can see that this is starting to make its move back up. It did level off, and now it's starting to actually is level at the moment from where the low was. The low was at this decrease. The lowish low was obviously lower than that. But yeah, you're about level from where the initial decrease was, so that's good. Still at a decrease though. Had a large increase to 68% up to $8, which is pretty good. Again, EARS is up quite a bit. It's making a move. We got 2 minutes to the bell. Carl is one of course, love it. Yeah, he's the expert profit hands. Patreon level. I decreased that price from 30 to 20. I did do it for 30 just because I'm creating, the videos take a long time. But I will do it for 20 there. And since I have to pay for the Audible membership as we go through different books, that's going to be the main thing that we do there is go through different books. So if I'm going to be paying for Audible, it makes sense to increase that price a little bit. Yes, we got about 1 minute while we go through the tiers of Patreon. Again, if you guys want to join Patreon, please do so. You know, we have the Discord level, we have the Profit Hands level, which includes Carl's calls, dividends, the weekly day trade, swing trade picks, and also the expert level Profit Hands, which will have Audible books, any other financial videos that I want to post on there, portfolio updates, all of those things. But you'll see portfolio updates on the Discord group as well, with everybody, not just me. So this is another level to where we will go through Audible book readings and reactions. So let's look at what's happening right now. We're actually open, aren't we? Yes, we are. AMC's making a positive move. We see SOS making a little bit of a move here. Is it coming back? And we see it making a move back. 550 at the moment. If you can get it at 520, that's definitely a good price. Let's look at what EARS is doing. We're seeing a little bit of a decrease in EARS. Don't know if we're going to push up. Just remember, if it does push up and you see a lot of positive gains, you can continue to grow with that. I don't know why this is so like weird the way that it's moving. You got a lot of movement there. Look at that. Continuing to push. Continuing to push. We're not seeing fast movement. We're seeing a decrease there. So people that were looking to get into it were buying into it without understanding where it could actually make that move from, but it's starting to decrease. You're seeing AMC that's pretty flat, GME that's pretty flat, SOS that's, oh, for some reason I thought it was at $5.71. I was going to say, why is it decreasing? But it's 5%, 5.71%. So that's interesting. Let's see. So EARS is actually making a pretty decent move up. Look at that move. Look at that move. From 520 up to 543. That's a pretty decent move up. So it's continuing to fight, continuing to climb, but it's definitely looking to pull back. Definitely looking to pull back to this 15 moving average, but you have a lot of buying power that's fighting this. A lot of volume that's going into it. Average volume is 3 million. The volume that's happening now is 9.74 million shares worth of volume. That's crazy. You're seeing eyes that's making, I guess it was making a little bit of a move, but now it's not. But ears was definitely making a positive move. GME is now positive, up 1% or close to 1%. SOS is starting to make a little bit of a move back. Looks like things are starting to go negative. Things are starting to go south here. Look at Zomedica going down to $1.18, $1.17. You see Ride that's making a little bit of a move down to $11.42. A lot of things are, bearish today. It's actually pushing down quite a bit. You see Romeo Power that's making a move down to $9.47. Fubo TV is making a move. I just want to see them decrease. They're the only ones that's not making that move. I want to see them decrease down to 21 so I could buy in there. That's where I'm looking for that opportunity. SOS is decreasing, trying to make its move back up, but it might end up decreasing more. And cost is actually decreasing as well. So SOS now down to 3% or 2%, somewhere around there. Ears is starting to make a little bit of a move back to $5.17. Not really seeing much. A lot of negativity here. A lot of negativity. Look at Zomedica really making a move down. Really making that move down. Look at that. $1.14 at the moment. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people look at these opportunities and go, wow, these are really low prices. And then you see they start to skyrocket after, the bearish market for a couple of weeks. It gets people scared. They continue to sell. And it's understandable. As I'm going down currently, I have 4K shares, not looking good. Yeah, I have 3K shares. It's not looking the best. Down $1,000. Okay, that's fine. Fubo TV got positive from some news. Well, I want them to continue to drop down. That's what I want for Fubo TV. GME is doing okay. It's up to 160. Even got to a high of 163. It's starting to decrease a little bit. It's still only up 1.5%. Ears is starting to make a decent move down, 18%. Yeah, Zomedica is really down. Down to $1.15. Picked up more Zom to average down. I'm thinking of doing the same. Because if I do that and I buy basically like another 1,000 more shares, that won't bring my cost basis down to where it is, but it will bring it down probably to lower than 150. Zom must be shorted. Why would people be selling at that price? Yeah, I think Zom is shorted. I haven't really checked the FinTel numbers from Friday. All right, we're seeing SOS make a little bit of a move. GME is making a decent move as well, 2%. That's not bad at all. Yeah, the short volume for Zomedica was 12%. Short volume ratio was 12%. It was 4.8 million short shares, shorted volume versus the 39 million market volume. So yeah, we have 8.8 short shares available. The short borrow fee rate is 2.2%. So it's not being shorted a heck of a lot, but I'm sure it is being shorted. You know, every position is really being shorted. The funny thing is, I don't think I have the ability to short and I might be wrong by saying that. Yes, you can short it. So it's starting to make that move back up. $1.17. Yeah, I would love to be able to buy it at these lows. At $1.13, would love it so much. I want to, like, I wish I had that cost basis. My cost basis is 150. I wish I had that cost basis, but I don't. So we'll see how that plays out. So Zomedica is now making a move back up to the $120 mark. Ears are starting to make a little bit of a move back up as well. Let's see. Ride is down 2%. It's being oversold. Oversold crazy for the last however many minutes. It's been oversold. So Medica has probably been oversold as well for the last however many minutes. Now starting to increase, getting over that 15 moving average. Know that when it pulls far away from the 15 moving average, that it will find its way to move back up to that point. So if you want to get a day trade out of it, you can definitely get a day trade out of it. Since I'm holding the position already, it doesn't make sense because I wouldn't sell that position as I'm going into it. I could basically take 1,000 and then sell 1,000, but we're good. Bought some cost thoughts. You bought cost now. I think cost is good. You know, where it is at $20, you're going to see a pretty decent increase once it gets to a point to where it's actually positive. These positions tend to follow each other usually. GME sometimes will be, you know, off the rails a little bit. And you'll see that actually make a pretty decent increase, which it is comparable to AMC and cost. These are heavily shorted positions. Cost has a high short borrow fee rate. I don't really know exactly where it is now. I think it continues to go up. It was at 101%. So short volume ratio, 23% short volume. 132K short volume shares. Market volume is 568K. It doesn't really have a crazy amount of movement. 10K short shares available. The short borrow fee rate went from 101 to 102.48. So the short borrow fee rate keeps going up. It's costing more and more for them to short the position for cost. Doesn't seem to be breaking resistance. You're saying AMC has no volume at all? Yeah. 3 million shares. It's not a massive amount of volume. We have 478 people in here. Make sure you guys continue to hit that like button. Up 7%. 11 minutes probably. Looks like ears is really taking a dive now. Eyes taking a dive. It seems like everything is now starting to drop quite a bit. Yeah, look at Ride. Really taking a dive. Seems like everything is taking a dive. That's fine. It's not going to stop people from investing in at these lows. You know, it creates buying opportunities. The problem is that people that are holding at these positions are losing quite a bit of money, right? But I'm fine. I'm fine with this. If everything gets to a point to where it's down $1,000, then I'll start to worry. But two things down $1,000, I'm perfectly fine with that. Typically, I would cut my losses and wait for it to get to the lower lows and then reinvest. Either way, it's very tough to see where these lower lows are because the lower lows are not it's passing by support levels. Other support levels, it's blowing by those support levels, so it's very tough to be able to gauge those things. So that's where it ends up being a little bit difficult. Even if you did play it the right way and get stopped out, you would continue to get stopped out because it's passing by different support levels, if that makes sense. So you would basically lose, let's say you lost $1,000, unrealized gain. That would be realized losses because of how far that's moving down. Is a buy? I would definitely find a way to buy at 113. I would love to be able to buy at that point. It looks like it might get down to 114 at times, but right now, really hovering between that 117 mark and 118 mark. Mara's up big. Oops. It is making a pretty decent move, up 11% and continuing to rise. That looks really good. That looks really, really good. We need to watch out for that 50 moving average though. Why does she continue to run? We tell her not to run. I feel like my wife just lets her run around. Like I would be telling her not to run. I'm in on ZOM at $2.50. That's high. That's very high. Why is she running around like that? Oh, now she told her to stop running. Okay, perfect. She's probably still going to run. This may go predicting interest rates due to inflation. AMC going too low. Where's AMC at right now? $9.23. Not too low. It's buying opportunities. Look, I'll show you. There you go. Bought 50 more shares. It's a buying opportunity. Kids are growing up exercising those legs. Yeah, but she can run outside. She's going to hurt herself inside. This is very spotty movement. It had a large amount of growth over April. You could see that growth where it did decrease and fall back down to where it is hovering flat. So it's tough to say what it will do, where it will move. I've seen this come up a number of times, I think from the same person. But yeah, it's pretty flat where it is, down 6%. You want to be able to see that uptick after that large decrease. You want to see that uptick, that crossover of the 200 EMA and the 15 moving average to indicate an uptrend, and then you can go on about investing into the position if you see it on the way up. But it definitely can have these retest points. I don't know about any news behind it, but yeah. What price to sell ZOM? So for me, I'm actually looking for one. I have an ultimate price, right? Oh wait, let me look at my, yeah. I have an ultimate price, right, for Zomedica, and that ultimate price is $2.50 for me. That's where I'm looking to sell at. However, it has the potential to go to $3 and the long-term potential to go to 5 or even 10. Actually have a larger move from that. But for me, I'm looking for a short-term gain. The fact that I'm seeing this short-term loss sucks because this was not supposed to move this way for all of these positions. The market, well, not the overall market, but certain positions, certain sectors are actually very bearish right now, which sucks. But we're seeing a pretty decent gain with SOS. Oh wow, it's making a decent move. Getting a really decent move. See, the thing that I always get stuck with is SOS or with different positions, seeing whether they're going to pull back. If they can pull back to 520 again, basically I can make some money out of this by selling all of my position right now and going on about my day. But can it break $6? Don't know if it could break $6. It's up 10% at the moment. And it's starting to pull back. The 15 moving average is very far away, back down to the 550 mark, which means that, you know, you lose out on a ton of money there. And as you're thinking about it, you continue to see that drop. So can we see that continue to make a move on the way up today, get to over $6? Yeah, it looks like everything is red. There's nothing, like AMC dropping even more. Look at this, down to $9. Look at this. This is the thing. It's like, what's the movement here for SOS? Are we going to see that move down 4, 5, 6% as well? Because if we do, then that'll get lower than my cost basis, and I can actually profit off of this. And then anything else like AMC, I can actually lower that cost basis, and then, you know, get some money out of that. I would like to see it break $6. There's not many things that are up, like Zomedica down quite a bit. I would actually love to be able to put a ton into that position, because right now, like I said, always pisses me off. Well, a lot of the things that are pissing me off. It's not just that. Should I cut losses on sends? I'm not sure what they're doing. I'm trying to focus right now. Cost is making a huge move down. Look, I'm down $400 on that. That's crazy. Everything is moving in the wrong direction, but when it does move in the right direction, just wait for this full recovery. It's going to be huge. Starting to see SOS make that large move up. Can we see that break $6? That would be amazing if we could see it break $6 before this is going. How low do you think ZOM will get? ZOM could go down to 110 easily, down to its previous cost basis, or not previous cost basis, previous support level. Trying to see that jump up. Not be too greedy, but see it jump up. Because I would like to see it get to $6 and some odd cents, so I can gain about $300, and then I'll take that. I'll take that profit. Even though the original profit would have been $600, I'll take a $300 profit there. Because right now everything else is down. I kind of need buying power, so taking where it is now would give me the buying power of about $1,700 plus the $1,500 that I have in there, so about $3,000 worth of buying power. So yeah, it gives me the buying power. Let's see where. Let's see. So it looks like SOS as a whole, I made 160. I would like for that to go back down to about 520. If it does, I will be looking out for it. But I sold again with a pretty decent profit, gaining $169 from it. If it does go up, then it goes up. That'll be good. But I sold there. My portfolio was down 9K today. Yeah, mine is down quite a bit. I would imagine. I don't even want to look at Fidelity. I know that's going to be down quite a bit from what AMC is doing. You know, down 3%. It was actually down a little bit worse, down to $8.99. But yeah, that gives me some buying power of $3,296. Total down $3,200. What's today looking like? What's today's date? Not March. Down $600. I gained $149 off of SOS. I'm perfectly fine with that. What do we think on AMC? Right. It's buying opportunity day. I mean, you're seeing it down to the $9 mark. That's buying opportunity right now. It looks like SOS is making that move back down. Should have probably made that sell somewhere up in the $5.85 mark. I think I did end up selling. My order was filled at $5.75, so that's about 11 cents off, which could have been a decent gain, but you know, it's fine. I still was up $149 today. So if that does make a decrease back down to 520, I'll probably buy back in to make that move and sell another day and not have to risk another you know, day trade. So Bill Gates sold off his portfolio, including one share of stock. I wouldn't imagine. I would imagine he put them into safer investments, ones that move, that are actively managed. But when it comes to obviously his own like shares in Microsoft, I'm sure he's obviously holding those. But probably his full portfolio. There's a lot of people that are seeing this as a full bearish market, which I don't think we're going to see a crash. We might continue to see this bearish market, but eventually we're going to see that increase quite a bit. Look at costs. Costs, I'm down $501. This is crazy to see that decrease. Today might be the play to wait 10 to 12 p.m. to see what the true price drop will be. I keep seeing the same pattern, the bearish day every time. Thoughts? Yeah. I mean, it's not necessarily like manipulation. They're not going to manipulate the overall market. This is just a bearish market. I don't even know how you see all of this with a lot of people that are interested in buying. Do institutions drive the bearish markets? Because you see a lot of movement and they try and predict a crash rather than actually have a crash based on a crisis. You know, most crashes that you see are based on crises. You know, you see the 2008, 2009, mortgage situation. Obviously, you see that crisis. Now, people that want to take money out of banks, you see the crisis. But this could easily be managed by firms that hold large positions in things to where they can crash the overall market. I don't know exactly why we are seeing this market down as much as it is, because you see GME, it's down 10%. AMC is down 5, close to 6% at the moment. That's crazy. Getting back down to those $7 marks, the $8 marks, which is a huge, huge decrease. And a lot of other, it's not just like AMC that's tanking. So a lot of the other positions to where I would see some profit in, or eventually will see some profit in, I have to hold out and I can't average down anymore. Well, now that I just saved $3,000, I can average down a little bit with AMC if I wanted to. But a lot of these other positions are not making the right moves here. Like, I'm down over $100 in every position, close to $200 in every position. That is crazy. But yeah, cost is down 7.76%. Just know that when you see these pops, you're gonna see these pops, and it's gonna be huge. Just wait for it. Ride is down to $11. That's down almost $200 here. Romeo Power is down $234. Cost is down $453. Did make a little bit of an increase from that $18 and whatever cents mark that it was at. What's Tesla doing? Someone saying something about Tesla. Where's Tesla? Do I have Tesla in here? Tesla's making a positive move. What the hell is going on here? Tesla is increasing quite a bit today, after everything else is really down. Riot's increasing. Well, it did increase. Now it's starting to take that fall. Yeah, SOS did fall back from the 585 mark. It looks like it was being overbought at that moment, and I was just waiting it out a little bit. I waited it out too long. I should have probably sold there. I knew that was the right opportunity to do it, but I still got out at a good price. It could actually make that move back. Look at this movement back up to the 15 moving average. So don't think that it can't make that move back up, and don't think that you're not going to see all of these end up making that recovery as well. They could possibly do that. Where's the? I know I have to get back to work. I just want to see where this is. I would love to see that get back down to $20 if it can. Fubo TV get down to $20. $21 is not a bad move for where Fubo TV actually is. If I wanted to reinvest some money into that position and see that increase, that's not actually a bad move. I can make a decent day trade out of it too if it does end up making that move up. It's down 6% at the moment, and we could see that either keep going of a decrease or make that move back up. All right, so I got to get out of here. We have 423 people in here, guys. Make sure that like button. If you also want to subscribe, that helps out the channel a lot. And if you want to join as a member on the YouTube channel, please do so. Yeah, please do so if you want to join as a member. It does help, your name stand out on the live stream. So if you want to say something and get your question answered, it's easier to do that than send a super chat or anything, and it's cheaper because it's only 99 cents. But yeah, definitely do that. Also, if you want to follow the MP Shorts channel, please do so, and the Perry Experience channel where I do a lot of reaction videos. Don't forget to join the Discord group in any of the 3 levels that you want. There's a great group of people over there. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you everybody for